Primoz Roglic is doing pretty good at
Yeah,
that and just keeping
exactly.
him in check. As we said, well, was this the race? I'm pretty sure it was. So we're still at the Catalunya.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how different time makes things in a way. That came out a bit weird, but
Yeah.
whatever. 2021, number one, Adam Yates, Ineos Grenadiers. Number two, Richie Port, Ineos Grenadiers. Number three, Geraint Thomas, Ineos Grenadiers. Here we are, 2023, 2 years on, and there's zero Ineos Grenadiers riders in the top 15. The first one is Jonathan Castroviejo in 16th, and Egan Bernal, we know, crashed and abandoned. And we talked about Egan Bernal last week as well, how we were concerned about his future in the sport, or if he was ever going to reach the heights of his 2009, 2019, 2021 performances. But yeah, Patrick, Ineos Grenadiers, what is going on with their GC aspirations here?
I don't know. I was really hoping, I was very optimistic last week that we were going to be seeing a bit of a rejuvenated Bernal, and I was quite looking forward to it. But I don't know. It's kind of like pains me to say. What is with Ineos leaders and crashing? Why does this keep happening? I don't know. I want to say that Bernal's kind of coming back, but it's just kind of like how long is this sentence going to get rolled out that, oh, he's coming back, he's just coming back from injury. It's like, yeah, but for how long? How long am I going to keep on rolling out this kind of like Trojan horse? Just like, it's going to be fine. It's fine. I don't really know. I wish I could tell you that it was going to be fine and Bernal's going to be flying again like next year, but I honestly don't know. In terms of their other GC aspirations, like their other riders, they've got, I mean, G. To be honest with you, I know that G hasn't really performed this year, but Geraint Thomas never really performs outside of a warm-up race before a Grand Tour objective. So, like, I expect him to probably do something like Tour of the Alps and then do well at the Giro. In last year, he didn't do anything until like Tour de Suisse and then the Tour. Like, it's not really like I'm worried about Geraint Thomas doing bad this time because it's just what he does right now. Like, he just targets Grand Tours really well. So I reckon G's still kind of like a bit of a watch out for him. But then there's like a Rensman, kind of there, kind of not. Haven't seen. Well, I mean, he wasn't at Catalonia, but he was like not looking that great at Torreno. So that's a little bit concerning. There's the whole kind of Pidcock, maybe, maybe not. But he crashed in Torreno. Coming back next week in Blablabla. No, Dwasdor's not Blablabla. But then, like, I don't even know who else. There's kind of like even like outside of their GC aspirations, Hayter hasn't been looking that great this year either. I just don't really know what's going on with Ineos. And Ben Turner crashed. It's just like I don't. I'm trying to find some kind of silver lining. I know Ganna finished on the podium at San Remo, but
He crashed in Gent Wevelgem, and so did
yeah,
Mikhail Kwiatkowski. So they're
yeah.
having bad luck here.
Like, tell me where to feel optimistic because I'm struggling. I am.
Uh, Pavel Sivakov, ninth in Paris-Nice. That's not really. This is a race that they've been winning for donkey's years.
Yeah.
Danny Martinez was nowhere there.
Martinez is doing Basque Country. Won that last year. Maybe he could do something like that.
They won Paris-Roubaix last year. They seem like they're focusing more on the classics now, and the
Yeah.
Grand Tours are nice to have because they know they can't defeat Jumbo, they can't defeat UAE, they can't defeat Remco. So like they're a bit stuffed in that department, but I reckon they should sign it. Well, you spoke about it as well, that they're not this lucrative place now anymore for like young riders to develop. That they, yeah, Ayuso, that would have been a rider that they should have had that clause in, but
Yeah.
he went to UAE. They missed out a few of the riders who went to Jumbo Visma as well. The young, no, well, there's quite a few young Norwegians who end up now, but
Yeah.
there was one particular that they missed out on. So it's like, yeah, they laughingly tried to sign Remco Evenepoel last year after the
Yeah.
Vuelta win. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. They could definitely afford him, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's leaving the Belgian outfit anytime soon.
We've got to have our eyes on Tour de l'Avenir this year, I reckon.
Just
They,
like
they've literally, no, literally, they've got to just kind of press their faces up against a screen of Lavernier and just be looking for who's doing well, and they just got to try. Like basically, it's just a matter of statistics. You just got to keep signing these young talents who are doing well at Tour de l'Avenir, and one of them will fall through. They will. It's just it will happen. Tour de l'Avenir is a pretty good predictor, right? At the end of the day, like we've got, I mean, Bernal prior to crashing, Pogacar, Godou, Soler. I know he's not like a race winner, but he's still pretty decent. Tobias Foss as well. Like it does produce good riders. It is a good predictor, and I reckon they've just got to try and get ahead and try and beat other teams to the punch. Iteblox is another one who's won Lavenir last year, and it's not rocket science. It's like the winner usually does quite well. You're just got to try and market it to this young rider that, hey, we're in a rebuild. You're going to get some good priority here because we've got quite an open kind of book in terms of being able to give you a bit of leadership because we don't have like the best leaders right now. And you got to try and market to them that way. You've got to say, if you go to freaking UAE, you're fifth in line. Like it's
true.
going to take you. It's going to take you years. You're behind Pogacar, Almeida, Ayuso automatically, like McNulty, Soler. Like you're down the list, and I reckon that's how they're going to do it. They're going to try and get young talent in from Tour de l'Avenir and just all like the classics as well, like the under-23 Flanders, Roubaix, stuff like that, and just try and beat them and market it in the best way possible to those guys.
Yeah, I think you're very, very right.
Or
Yeah, Brooks would have been great, like a
yeah,
great signing actually.
they could just make a women's team
Yeah,
because for some
they
reason they
should, to
haven't
be
done that.
honest.
They
They
haven't.
should.
Loads of World Tour men's teams have a women's team, and they've got an under-23 team, and Ineos have neither, and their elite men's team still sucks. It makes sense of that. It doesn't.
I agree. Yeah, Jumbo has a development team. This could definitely, yeah,
Yeah,
that could be one way. They used to have the Wiggins team, which was like unofficially a development
yeah.
team, but
I think they just use British cycling as their.
yeah.
But as we know, British cycling's
What
in
is
an
that?
absolute state. So therefore, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, how did they get out of this rut? Yeah, if we focus on like the Giro, they are sent, as you said, they're going with G. But I
Hmm.
mean, Geraint Thomas is older. I know he's finished on the podium last year, but he hasn't got great synergy with the Giro, to be fair.
Yeah,
That plastic bottle in, where was
yeah,
it? Yeah, that was a very
yeah.
unfortunate crash.
And that
Yeah,
motorbike.
I feel like getting a guy in now would be great because you have someone like Geraint Thomas still in the peloton and they could he could be a mentor for them. But it's like, who is that guy? Is it Arendsman? Is it Tom Pidcock? Is it some people are talking about Tarling as well being this next Miguel Indurain? But who knows? He's only 18. So do you think this is going to be our season where there's not too many highlights? Well, Pidcock, phenomenal highlight as we
Yeah,
know. But like, do you think other than a Pidcock or maybe a stage here and there, it's going to be a great season?
I don't reckon it will be. I hate to sound pessimistic, but I just don't really see where it's going to come from. In the Tour, it's just going to be hard because they don't really have the guy to go for GC. So therefore, what they need to do is really drop them out of GC pretty quickly and then go for breakaway stages. But, are they going to be happy doing that? Is Ineos okay with doing that? They have done it in the past with Carapaz and Kwiatkowski, say, in a few years gone by, but I don't know whether they're going to be okay with just letting GC go, It feels like it's something which are like, no, we need to do GC. We can't let it go.
Yeah, well, wait and see. We might be wrong. We were a bit wrong with our Jumbo Visma video when we were asking the questions there, and then the following week they showed us up by winning both of them. But yeah, well, prove us wrong, Ineos Grenadiers. That's what we were saying. But